don't even accept the universal prime creator. And so the dragons, they're so away apart from the universal prime creator. And I feel as if that once, I feel as if that I always knew that they say that Moses came and took our melanin deficient brothers and sisters out of the Caucasus Mountains, and that I don't think that's true. We already know that Moses didn't even exist. That his actual name was Thutmose II. So that's false. So then you have to ask yourself, okay, how did he get out? Most definitely, yes, it had to have been the Moors. But then you find out that the Moors committed genocide toward Africans, and they had, and it sounds like to me, it seems like they had, they did it anyway because there may have been someone a dragon that threatened their life or their people. Because the thing about it, the Moors, they used to take over Spain. And when they took over Spain, they had relations with, yes, I like a melanated brother and sister. This was not actually serving them. You see, this was not based on divine order what they were doing up there in Europe. And so this is where it gets a little tricky. And so the way I feel is that once the Moors were somewhat, I guess, done rebuilding Europe and whatnot, and so that the dragons somehow found a way to creep out underneath the surface of the planet, and that they made agreements with our brothers and sisters that have lack of melanin, and to take down the Moors in Spain, and also get them to somewhat commit the genocide they did back in Africa. Now, I'm only going by what makes sense, you see. But I feel that yes, there lies somewhere. So I think that's what happened. I feel like that's what happened, because how can you explain how people that try to sign a contract and say they more, and these people end up in jail or in prison or confined, and you have people from, say, the CIA or FBI looking for them, or whatever. So because there's something there may be somewhat some debt that has been made, and so and I think that's what it is too. And I know I keep saying things, but I know something telling me that I know of this, and that's part of it. And so now, I want to have everyone listen to me closely, please. Especially people that look different from me. You know who you are. You know who you are. And I want to let you know that you are my brother. Okay? All of you are. And that's how we see you. And that I want to let you know something. And I'm saying this with love. And I'm saying this with passion. And I'm saying this with so much heart. Please, I beg you. Please, let the world know that you are enslaved mentally and physically by this alien race. That the reason why you've done all these crimes is or you may be doing all these crimes is because you being told to do it, and your family's lives are being threatened by the Dragons. And yes, they're I mean, if you don't want to, then that's okay. But you need to realize that the more pain you cause other people, the more pain you put upon the people that look like me. The more pain you do that, the more you put yourself in universal karma. Don't you see that? And when we go back into slavery and the things they did that, yes, your ancestors may did to my ancestors, is because I know that those same people that did those bad things to my ancestors were being told to do it told to do it based on an inheritance, or been conditioned to do it because you were told to do it long ago by alien race that literally hates the human race because we have a soul, and that most definitely that there's a science behind being highly melanated, and they know this information. They fear and don't even like this our celestial family, which are of melanated beings that have that's protecting your family from the higher realms. You see, your ancestors is deep. Because the thing about it, your connection to the ancestors may be cut off, but that doesn't mean that the celestial family does not care about you. They know. They just want me. They can't. I actually had to go deal with myself and bring a lot of strength to make this video. You see, please. The more you keep murdering people, the more you keep having these lies that's being made, the more you're adding on to the karma of your own soul and your ancestors that may have been that did those things for in the 1600s or way back when in slavery and everything. They have karma, and guess what? You may be the exact same souls, and you don't realize that your soul has been harnessed over and over again because it has been in ownership by the Dragons. They have been deep with this deep magic where they was able to go still have take away the spirituality concepts of ancient Kemet, and also in Africa, to find a way to use it for dark magic and to be able to harness every soul and have them keep incarnating back and forth on the planet. That's what's been going on this whole entire time. And if you keep being ignorant, and if you're not helping the planet, if you're not connecting to your spirituality, if you're not connecting to the Creator, you're gonna find yourself back doing the same thing over and over again, or even be worse, to where you may be a direct servant to them. And I'm telling you the truth. I love you. I see you as a soul. I don't see you as a white person or Muslim person or whoever. I don't care. I don't care about that, because I know this truth. If you keep living in hate, you're gonna have yourself constantly reincarnating. And yes, there's things that there's a lot of deep consequences that is in this universe that has been set up. The universal prime creator can change the rules. Or guess what? There may not be no rules. There is divine order. So based upon what they've done, there had to been certain things that had to been made. They had to been put in the fourth dimension due to all their crimes, but yet they still do it. And yes, Dragons, you also are a brother and sister. can pick up on the pain that the feminine essence of all human beings are going through, even the false ones. And I look at them, and you don't know which one may be one of you, but well, what I see sometimes, I see that there's pain somewhere. It seems like I feel as if that some of you are waking up and realize the damage that you've done to this planet. And at the end of the day, I am a celestial being, and we all are celestial beings incarnating in bodies. And that we forget of what our mission is when we come down here. And I want you to know my mission was to come back and give love. And Dragons, you are still loved by the Creator. It's just that you have to realize that there's divine order. Don't you see? There's divine order in place. And that over and over and over again, this celestial family has made ways for you to be cohesive to the human race. You see, to give us the truth, but yet you don't. You don't give us, yet you don't, and we have to dig for it. And yes, we have. The truth is coming out. You can't hide the truth no longer. You have to settle. There is something great in store for you in another body. You see, there's beings out in the universe. There's beings out in the universe that are hybrid, that have a lot more melanin, and they can speak your language and communicate with you and let you know that you need to stop doing what you're doing. This may not have been the first time that a being has came in front of you like this. And I'm telling you right now is that yes, you may be incorrigible, and I know your nature. I don't know your nature all the way through, but I know this is that. And you may not be well reasoned with, but I need to let you know is that you need to let my brothers and sisters go. Let them go. Let them be free. Let them give back our ancient artifacts. That's all we're asking. Give it back, the land. Give it back. Give it all back. Because the more you keep ignoring this, or keep straying away, is the more that you're gonna find yourself in a huge predicament with the celestial family, and you don't want that. That's why you fear the celestial family, the Nomotitiani, the Anui, which is the Anunnaki. That's the reason why you fear them. Instead of putting yourself in a heavy level of fear, respect the divine order and realize that if you settle for Nibiru, then you're gonna find yourself find yourself awakened and receive consciousness. That's why it was made. That's why Nibiru was designed. Nibiru was designed to bring balance to the universe, to galaxies, and also bring balance to all beings, no matter they don't have a soul. Please don't settle for what beings in the higher realms that are in, I can say that also the dark realms, what they would do to you based upon the lack of trying to live in love and just surrendering. Because now's the time to surrender everything. I'm saying this with love. Because I came back to love. I came back to love. That's what Dr. Blair said. Dr. Blair said that the indigos, the crystals and rainbow children were to come back and bring love to the planet. And be guardians. To bring back nature, to assist Terrestas. Terrestas is crying.